hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Down, 30 base.
Check, 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 check.
Big grip, big grip.
On first down, it's Campbell. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, alert three, alert three.
They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Three down. Six guys. Check six guys.
On third down, Campbell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Ready.
On the run, it's Campbell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, ready?
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. I'm coming. Shit. Watch the shit.
Now a give, right side. Campbell. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Hey!
Pick me up. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike.
Here we go, son.
21. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
QB's trash. Let's go. Showing it. Lady. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
General West.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. Man, 80.
Hey, orbit.
41. We got a wet.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, You use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Switch.
Bravo. You're out.
2nd and 13. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Alert 3. Hey, Mike's 50. You ain't got nothing.
Hey, high 7. 5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hicks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Check back. 41's coming. 41's
On first down, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
6-6, pull it high.
Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll run with the big man Campbell. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Tackles, tackle.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Take motion, motion, motion.
Ran 80. Hey, Alpha.
From the 41, Darnold. He's going to rifle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. 39 yards there, a big one. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a bit. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed because you...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
41 Mike, 41 Mike. Young lady. Not today, you are. Not today. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Hey, exit.
Hey.
Now it's Darnold. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
41's the mic. I got him.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Let's see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. He's at the 40, 20, touchdown Titans. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Campbell, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 30 base.
Let's see what you got.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 31, check 31. No, off.
Hey, Delta. 5.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in point.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And taken right on the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. It's a punt return score of 70 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Bring it. Bring it.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. This is Johnson. He's got it. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 50.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give them 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 26.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Time to go, night-night. Mike 50, Mike 50. We don't want this. Check.
But, squeeze. Bravo.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Guard.
Jam.
Hey. High 7.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. Hopkins with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, buddy. Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They're not ready for this, man.
first down carry for Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They go to Johnson again. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. There he goes left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. 54 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Let's go. Shift the oar. X3. 218. Chop. Bam. Bam. Crunch. Go. Go.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the eye. Rush in, rush in.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Speed grip, speed grip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he's got room, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, you know, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Ready, ready.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? You go night-night. Some go night-night.
Zoom.
On 4th down, Lawrence nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
At the 4-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Houston, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get